Title: King Treman and the Labyrinth of Shadows. In the vast kingdom of Imperia, where ancient corridors whispered secrets of old, King Treman ruled with a volatile blend of ambition and seething anger. Beneath the regal veneer lay a storm of rage, a force he sought to channel against a corrupt system that had long betrayed its people. Yet as he purged his realm of those he deemed tainted, his wrath left a trail of unintended devastation. King Treman's sweeping dismissal of longtime advisors was not solely an act of reform, it was a cathartic venting of personal fury. Each expulsion from the royal court was a thunderclap in his heart, a release of pent-up rage against the betrayals of the past. However, with every minister cast out, the delicate balance of Imperia faltered. The labyrinth of the kingdom, meant to safeguard its citizens, began to crumble under the weight of a leader too consumed by vengeance to foresee the collateral damage. As the old guard was swept away, the citizens of Imperia found themselves caught in a maelstrom. The very reforms King Treman championed, driven by his personal vendetta, began to unravel the safety nets that once protected them. In neighborhoods where neighbors once leaned on one another for support, confusion and despair took root. Public services, the lifelines for the vulnerable, were disrupted, leaving many to wander the darkened corridors of the kingdom alone and unprotected. In his quest to cleanse the state, King Treman inadvertently placed people at risk. The reorganization of the realm, executed with brutal precision, tore apart communities that had depended on the stability of the old system. Lives were shattered as the gap between the ruling power and the common folk widened. Those who needed help the most found themselves in a barren landscape of neglect. The kingdom's infrastructure, once a symbol of unity and support, became a maze of perilous uncertainty. The people of Imperia, whose trust had once been the bedrock of the kingdom, now whispered in hushed tones about the cost of the king's rage. They saw a ruler who, in his fervor to extinguish corruption, had allowed his own fury to blind him to the suffering around him. Each decree, intended to purge decay, instead sowed seeds of hardship. The citizens, bearing the brunt of these drastic measures, struggled to rebuild lives that had been upended by a storm of ambition and wrath. In the shadowed corridors of the labyrinth, King Treman's legacy began to take shape, not merely as a reformer of a corrupt system, but as a cautionary tale of how personal vendettas can lead to widespread sorrow. His journey through the maze of power, marked by moments of defiant action and catastrophic oversight, served as a reminder that the pursuit of justice, when fueled by unchecked rage, can imperil those it is meant to save. Thus, the tale of King Treman and the Labyrinth of Shadows became a living allegory in Imperia, a stark narrative of how even the noblest intentions can descend into chaos when personal rage eclipses the greater good.